Welcome to a brand new edition of Banger vs. Banger, where we put two music videos against each other to find out which song has the better hook, replayability, concept, performance, and most of all, new this year, X Factor, which is their best standout moment that made our heads roll.
It's a battle for the generations as we discover icons from the past that paved the way for the generations of today. Which K-pop generation will reign supreme? And now, without further ado, Banger
versus Banger!
Woo! Welcome back to the Battle of Generations. Last matchup was a little bit unfair, but nevertheless, you guys were curious about how we make our selections, and they're from you guys.
Yeah.
They're from comments in the section, and sometimes they work, and sometimes they don't. And it's gonna be a tournament. If you look at the picture right now, there's a bracket, there's gonna be a double elimination, and losers are gonna go in the losers pool bracket, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves all the way towards the end for the chance to compete for the championship.
Absolutely. That also means you guys have ultimate power over these results as well, because not only do you vote, you also have a chance to suggest the groups that also go into this bracket as well. We have some groups already filled out in this bracket.
Yes.
So as it stands right now on the bracket, we have 2NE1, 4Minute, IVE, NMIX, and Sistar, who have all won previously. So it'll be up to you guys to leave the comments in the comment section below as to which groups and which generation they're from is going to be considered for this tournament. So for this match between 4Minute and 2NE1, we have Hate versus I Am the Best.
Ooh, okay.
And just to be clear, these both came from comments and suggestions from the comment section. So however fair this shakes up to be is entirely up to you guys. Again, we don't want one-sided, lopsided victories. We actually want Banger versus Banger.
Yeah.
So we're like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, in the last one, there was a B-side from 2NE1 versus, a title track. So it did seem unfair. And I kind of felt that, I felt the same way too, which is why it was a sweeping victory for 4Minute.
So let's check out 4Minute's Hate.
Ooh, the rematch begins. Oh, man.
The piano is sending me.
Whoa. Okay. Whoa! Who are they?
4Minute. I think they're saying Sida? Does it mean hate?
I love this part. It sounds like something that could come out right now.
This part sounds like Imagine Dragons, but in such a great way. That drop is so clean.
Wow.
Listen, we can't comment right now. The only thing I will say is this is the time where we decide or we figure out whether the comment section understood the assignment. Because if 2NE1 song is like 50 yards like away from what we just saw, it's going to be another like, well, this is kind of unfair. You know what I mean?
Well, it is what it is because you guys have the opportunity to contribute into this tournament series. And so this is by far the votes of what this matchup needs to be. And so I am really looking forward to I am the best to anyone to compete with Hate. They've got to come clutch.
But we'll see if you guys understood the assignment. Let's see how
I'm nervous. 'Cause that was a bagger.
WWE champion.
Okay.
Jeez. The visuals. What's going on?
Wow.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Ooh. So I think both songs, another contrast, another vibe mixing of the two different type of songs that were contrasting against each other. Very different.
Yes.
But we've got to go through it. You guys have suggested it in the comment section below. And so we're going to go through it and we'll see what happens. And then, of course, you guys can always vote to see who eventually moves on to the next round.
Starting with the hook.
The hook.
3, 2, 1.
4 minutes. What? What?
Yes.
How did that happen?
How did that happen? It's the hook. Something hooked me about the thing again. Chalaga.
Chalaga.
Right?
It is very good. It is very good.
So it might come as a surprise because of how silent or non-reactive I was to that music video, and that's because I was gobsmacked at the contrast with which we were comparing.
Yeah.
You know, we had such a clean drop with 4 Minute, and then like it was such a change of pace with 2NE1 that I was lost. So I didn't really visibly react.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, I was singing along with the song.
The reason I chose 4 Minute was because the drop was so different from the rest of the song. The song felt like it was kind of a mix of EDM and break beats and all of that stuff, and it was really nice and compelling. And then it just kind of rose and then went. Sounded timeless again. Like it sounded like something that could drop right now.
Yeah, I mean, you have like we're gonna go into the replayability here next. So it's 1-1.
Okay.
Replayability, 3, 2, 1.
4 minute.
And this is where you know it kind of falls through the cracks for me with 2NE1. Like 4 minutes sounded timeless, as you said. It sounded like, you know, something we would hear from It sounded like something we would hear from Everglow, G-Idol, with like the very vocal verses and build-ups. And then the drop was something that we would hear from like, you know, a YG group or something. Like,
Yeah, I mean, the way it all built up from the verse to the chorus to the bridge back to the chorus.
But it's 3
to 1.
4 minutes. Now this is crucial. Because if 2NE1, now of course the final votes rest with you guys, but if 2NE1 loses this one, they will go to the losers bracket and face the loser of the next round. But that is 2NE1's chance to come back in the losers bracket. If
actually,
they lose.
Yeah, actually that's actually a really good stopping point for you guys to suggest which groups need to be included in this Battle for Generation tournament.
All right, moving on to performance. Between these two. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
2NE1. Dude, it was really close for me, but like as you get further into 2NE1's music video and the concept that they were portraying, that armor, like the set pieces and the guns and the silver and the chains, that was amazing.
Well,
and
that's
like,
where mine switches too.
Well,
Spoiler alert.
And that was kind of just like that kind of took it for me because like, you know, I am the best, and they're really portraying that with the guns and like just kind of like this powerful stance of the story they're telling. Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, for me, 4 minutes performance rested entirely on their choreo and the stage use. You know, every time it dropped, I was seeing like this kind of marching band-esque performance of dance, and it just kind of stuck out to me. Whereas, and we'll get to concept. The concept for 2NE1 works, and so it's 4-2, 4 minute 2NE1 going into concept.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
2NE1. Oh!
So here's the deal with this one.
Whoa.
4 minute had basically a timeless song and music video. They were, you know, they were out in the desert. They were in some kind of like gymnasium, and like each time there was a drop, there was a huge dance break or whatever. But there was a story behind 2NE1's I Am the Best. You know, he started off with WWE Championship, holding that belt, and representing. And each scene that we saw conceptually was just them being the best
at everything.
They were.
Whatever they were doing, they were the best. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Like, there's no other words that I can add on to that explanation. 4 minutes, even though the story was about hating someone or felt like something like I don't need you with anything, I didn't see that. The story kind of was like
disconnected.
Yeah, the concept was not connecting the story. And so that's why 2NE1, I think, was just more consistent with their story.
And 2NE1, the visuals with that concept, like S tier. So we have a tie. Now, in this battle for generations, are we falling back on the X Factor, or are we leaving it?
We have to fall back on the X Factor, but then that also means that the votes in the comment section matter even more, because this would only essentially create one more vote for what will eventually be the winner of this banger versus banger.
Okay, so right now they're both tied, and our X Factor will have to either be another tie or decide who comes out of this video with the 1 vote lead going into the comment section for the rest of the votes.
Oh man.
So the X Factor. 3, 2, 1.
4 minute.
Oh
man, guys, it is up to you to determine what happens to 2NE1's fate. Do they move on to the losers bracket, where they'd have to climb their way back into contention, or 4 minute reigns supreme?
So for us, the winner is
4 minutes.
Now, just to kind of iterate what my X Factor was, it was really quickly just that drop and just how contemporary it sounded. You know, as we kept on saying, this sounds like something that could have just came out today. Like, I was surprised that their vocal section sounded so modern, and their drop section sounded so modern, and so that was just the X Factor.
Yeah, I agree. It was the melody, it was the change of direction in terms of the song structure. As you said, it was timeless, and that drop was just so... It was just explosion. It was just an explosion. So yeah, congratulations to 4 minute for now, and then we'll leave it up to you. Why don't you vote right now in the comment section, and then we'll find out who moves on. But anyways, that is it for us, guys. Thank you so much for joining us in this battle for generations, banger versus banger video. Leave your comments and suggestions below. Leave us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and tap that bell so you know when we post new videos. And once again, this is what we're watching on Sunday. We'll see you next time.
미친 듯이 우리 둘의 사랑을